year, with the COVID restrictions, any and all Christmas normalities were cancelled. So we decided to change it up and spend Christmas break on the boat rather than at home. The weather here on the island during the rainy season isn't exactly a boater's dream, so we had to start manifesting Christmas on the boat. If you think it, it will come. Unfortunately, that meant we had to go into town to start Operation Manifestation.
Don't forget your mat. How was town, babe? You ready to get back?
I'm ready to get back to the boat.
Okay, you ready to get Christmassy?
Oh yeah, got my new lights. 100 feet outdoor lights. Gonna put them on the railings.
Would have been good to get like solar lights, but we're doing a non-Amazon Christmas this year, so.
That's what Canadian Tire had.
Okay. So we were short about 25 feet of lights. So we had to come back to Canadian Tire. Ended up buying 50 feet of lights. So we're gonna do the top deck now.
Megan finishing up the Christmas lights. Right.
I've already got like 8 compliments on these lights. They're not even up yet.
The guy on the Tide Runner was really mad at me for putting Rudolph on the roof.
Well, why?
He said, "How long do you think that's gonna stay there for, you
Just the evening. He goes home. He sleeps inside. Rudolph does not sleep outside. None of our animals sleep outside.
in a barn?"
Okay, let's clean up.
Leaving for our Christmas trip.
December 24th,
Go to Gowan Harbor for the night.
April Point.
Or April Point. Dock. Fancy.
April Point Marina on Quadra Island is only 10 minutes away from Campbell River. It's certainly not the most remote place we've explored, but it's quick and it's easy, and we don't have to use the tender to walk the dogs. Fun fact, Chris and I met while I was working at April Point Resort 15 years ago. He was standing in this exact dock shack while I walked down the dock to my very first shift. Does it look any different? Babe, we don't swear on YouTube. It's the same colors and everything. Look at the phone's even the same. Okay, so what's going on?
We keep blowing the breakers at the dock.
On that stand and that stand.
We have a really long cord, but it's heavy gauge, so it's good for 50 amps for the 150 feet or 300.
Okay, we got here about an hour ago and we're unable to get the power to work. But tried 2 different stands on the dock. Both of them aren't working. So Chris is kind of troubleshooting his way through it right now. Okay, so the final word is that Chris has given up and we are not gonna have power tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if our cord's wired differently, which I don't think, because we've been at 3-4 marinas where it's plugged in.
At least.
Never had reverse polarity, so it just keeps blowing the breaker. Always keep spare batteries in your multimeter.
Did yours run out?
No.
Oh, that's your tip of the day?
The tip of the day.
All right, these guys need to go out. Usually it's a priority, but since this was an 8-minute crossing, they just had to walk. Taking the dogs for a walk. We're on Quadra Island now. April Point Road. So we're having fish tacos with salmon and a little bit of homemade salsa. We forgot, so we improvised. And some cabbage, cheese, sour cream, limes.
What about Campbell Bay?
Is that with a K or a C?
Okay.
We spent the evening looking for an anchorage to spend the next 4 days.
Check the Anchorage.
Numerous temporary anchorages within the bay.
No.
And then the one beside it is also temporary picnic stop.
No.
Okay. Protected anchorage can be found. So that one has temporary anchorage, exposed westerly winds.
What about Tova Inlet?
There is no all-weather anchorage within the inlet.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Everywhere we want to go has no proper anchorage for wintertime. Okay, Roscoe Bay is looking good. West Redonda is what Roscoe Bay Provincial Park is in. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there." You guys ready to open some gifts?
Want a treat? Give him a present to open.
You wanna open that, bud?
Press the top power button, flick it twice quickly, but with it level.
One of our Christmas gifts to each other was a gimbal for making smoother YouTube
Now
videos.
press the bottom button once, it should start recording.
Okay, we're on.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. Okay, so we're watching Happy Gilmore. Chris is gonna make breakfast. What are we having?
Warehouse, Rancher House.
Captain's got his little Christmas treats. So does Rue. And Jeffrey. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Today on Cooking with Chris, what are we having?
Warehouse, Rancher House.
Are you cooking them?
Yeah, put those in a pack for me.
After breakfast, we cleaned up and headed back to Campbell River. Okay, now that we've pulled off the dock, we come down into the pilot house where it's warmer and drier as we make the 8-minute crossing back over to Campbell River. Oh, and more logs in the strait, which we've learned is from the Butte Inlet landslide. And these guys are nice and cozy. Nothing? We're okay? Do you want to tell me what happened? So you heard noise? I didn't hear anything downstairs. Anything? Just a man of many words. We haven't had a fight yet today, babe.
We don't need to.
It was a nice, easy trip and a great way to spend Christmas Eve. We're now headed back to feed the cats, reprovision, and get ready for our 4-day trip out to Desolation Sound. Well, that wraps up this week's episode. If you got this far, you must have enjoyed watching it, right? Well, if you did enjoy it, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button. What does that do for you? It means our videos will show up in your feed a little bit more and on your subscribe feed. And if you hit the little bell icon beside it, you'll get a little notification every time we add a new video, which we're hoping for on a weekly basis. What does it mean for us? Well, YouTube wants us to have 1,000 subscribers before we can start monetizing with them. This doesn't cost you anything. It just means that we can start making ad revenue from our videos. We're a long way away from 1,000, but every sub matters, especially yours. So find that subscription button under the video and press it for us. Thanks.